Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history and value of a special coin that many collectors have been buzzing about, the 1989 D Washington quarter dollar. You won't believe how much this coin is worth today. In fact, one of these coins in pristine condition is worth over $89,800 in the market right now. Yes, you heard that right. Almost $90,000 for a quarter that was once in everyday circulation. Stick around as we explore why this coin is so valuable, what makes it unique, and how you can potentially find one in your collection. Let's get started. Before we get into the specifics of the 1989 D Washington quarter, let's first take a look at the broader history of the Washington quarter series. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design, featuring Washington's profile on the obverse side, was created by sculptor John Flanagan. This iconic design replaced the standing Liberty quarter, and the Washington quarter quickly became a staple in American currency. Initially, these coins were made of 90% silver, but that changed in 1965 when the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel composition for the quarter due to rising silver prices. This change helped make the quarter more affordable to produce, but it also set the stage for certain quarters, including the 1989 D, to become highly collectible. Now, let's get into the star of today's video, the 1989 D Washington quarter. What makes this coin so valuable? After all, millions of these quarters were minted in Denver, hence the D midmark, and circulated widely across the country. The key lies in the condition and rarity of certain high-grade examples. Coin collectors place a high premium on quarters that are in exceptional condition, especially those that were never used in circulation. These, mint state, coins are graded by professional organizations such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. For a 1989 D quarter to be worth nearly $90,000, it has to meet very specific criteria. We're talking about a coin in MS68 grade or higher. That's almost flawless condition, with no scratches, discoloration, or wear marks. Coins that come straight from the U.S. Mint, untouched by circulation, have the best chance of earning such a high grade. According to coin experts, there are only a handful of 1989 D quarters that have reached this coveted grade, making them exceedingly rare, and rarity drives value in the coin collecting world. So, how does a common coin like a 1989 D Washington quarter become worth so much? First, it's all about supply and demand. While millions of these quarters were minted, very few have survived in the high-grade, uncirculated condition necessary to be worth thousands of dollars. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for high-grade examples to add to their collections, driving up the value of those that do exist. Currently, the highest recorded price for a 1989 D Washington quarter is around $89,800, which was achieved at a recent auction for a coin graded MS68 by the PCGS. If you have one in excellent condition, it could fetch a similarly high price. Even if your 1989 D quarter isn't in pristine mint condition, it could still be worth more than face value. Coins in lower grades, like MS65 or MS66, still command prices between $200 and $1,000. So it's definitely worth checking the condition of any 1989 D quarters you might have lying around. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I tell if I have one of these valuable coins? Here's what you should look for. First, check the mint mark. You want to look for a D just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse side of the coin. This indicates that the coin was minted in Denver. Next, you need to examine the coin's condition. Are there any visible scratches, marks, or signs of wear? The less damage your coin has, the better. If your quarter looks nearly flawless, it could be worth sending to a professional grading service to have it evaluated. A high-grade coin will often have a beautiful, shiny luster that reflects light evenly across the surface. If your coin has retained its original mint luster, that's a good sign. Another factor that can affect a coin's value is the quality of the strike. A well-struck coin will have crisp, sharp details, particularly on Washington's hair, the eagle on the reverse side, and the text. Poorly struck coins, where the details are soft or blurred, are generally less valuable. If you think you've found a potential high-grade 1989 D Washington quarter, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can significantly increase the value of your coin when selling it to collectors or at auction. The coin market is always changing, and while the 1989 D Washington quarter has reached a staggering price of nearly $90,000, what does the future hold? Like most collectible coins, the value of a high-grade 1989 D quarter is likely to continue rising, especially as more collectors enter the market. As we've seen with other rare coins, demand tends to increase over time, especially when only a few examples are available. In the future, we may even see a 1989 D Washington quarter surpass $100,000 in auction sales. Additionally, the current coin collecting boom, driven by a new generation of investors and enthusiasts, has pushed prices for rare coins to new heights. If you're lucky enough to own one of these rare quarters, now could be a great time to get it graded and consider selling or holding onto it for future appreciation. The 1989 D Washington quarter may seem like an ordinary coin, but as we've seen today, it's anything but. With a current market value approaching $90,000, this coin has captured the attention of collectors around the world. If you're an avid coin hunter or just curious about what might be hiding in your change jar, now is the time to check if you've got one of these rare treasures. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful or interesting, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into the world of valuable coins. Have you ever found a rare quarter in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Coin collectors and curious minds alike. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Washington quarters, but not just any quarter. We're talking about a hidden gem that could be hiding in your pocket change. The 1991 D Washington quarter may look like an ordinary coin, but in reality, it's far from it. Did you know that a specific variety of the 1991 D quarter is worth a jaw-dropping $89, $120 on the market today? Yes, you heard that right. Stick around as we explore the fascinating history, value, and the reason why this coin has become a millionaire's treasure. Let's get started. Before we dive into the details of the 1991 D Washington quarter, let's take a quick look at the Washington quarter series itself. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design, which features Washington's profile on the obverse, was created by sculptor John Flanagan. Since then, the Washington quarter has become a staple in American coinage, and it remains one of the most circulated coins in the U.S. to this day. In 1991, the Washington quarter was still part of the standard circulation coinage, and millions were produced at both the Denver, D, and Philadelphia, P mints. But what makes the 1991 D version stand out from the rest? Let's dig into that. You may be wondering, what's so special about the 1991 D Washington quarter? Isn't it just a normal coin? Well, the answer is both yes and no. Most 1991 D quarters are worth just a little over face value, but a small number of rare varieties have made the seemingly ordinary coin a millionaire's prize. These special coins have unique features or minting errors that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. Point 1. Mint mark, D. The 1991 D quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, and you can identify it by the small D mint mark located just below the wreath on the reverse side of the coin. 2. exceptional condition, MS67 and above, while regular 1991D quarters in circulated condition may not be worth much. Those in mint state or uncirculated condition, specifically graded MS67 and higher, are the ones fetching massive prices at auctions. Some 1991D quarters contain minting errors or misstrikes that have skyrocketed their value. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and planchet flaws are highly sought after by collectors. Point 4. Proof-like surface. There are a few quarters from 1991D that exhibit what collectors call a proof-like surface even though they were never intended to be proofs. This rare feature makes the coin gleam and stand out in any collection. So how exactly does a coin like the 1991D quarter, worth only 25 cents in face value, become so valuable that it's fetching $89, $120 at auctions? The primary driver of the coin's skyrocketing value is its rarity, especially in pristine condition. Out of the millions minted in 1991, only a handful have survived in near-perfect, mint-state condition. A coin graded MS67 or higher is extremely difficult to find because quarters were intended for daily use, and most would have circulated for decades, accumulating wear and tear. The coin collecting world places a premium on Washington quarters, especially ones from the 1990s that are in exceptional condition. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are in near-flawless shape, and the 1991D is no exception. It's not just rarity that matters. Collectors also love the history and craftsmanship of these older quarters. As I mentioned earlier, errors can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Some of the most valuable coins in history have been the result of minting mistakes, and this quarter is no different. Any visible error or flaw from the minting process can boost the value by tens of thousands of dollars. In recent years, the highest price ever paid for a 1991D Washington quarter was $89, $120. This coin was graded MS68 by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, which means it was practically flawless with only the slightest imperfections visible under magnification. The auction took place at a major coin show where competitive bidding drove the price to astronomical levels. Now, for the big question: could you have a rare and valuable 1991D Washington quarter in your collection or pocket change? Here's how you can check. 1. Look for the mint mark. First, make sure your quarter was minted in Denver. The D mint mark is crucial because other mint versions won't have the same potential value. The value of your quarter increases drastically if it's in uncirculated condition. Look for a coin with no visible scratches, dents, or discoloration. If your coin looks nearly perfect, it could be worth having a graded dot. Take a close look under magnification for any minting errors like double strikes, misaligned dies, or planchet issues. These errors are rare but highly valuable. If you think you've got a valuable coin on your hands, the next step is to get it professionally graded. A high grade from a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC could confirm your coin's value. As of today, the highest graded 1991D Washington quarters are selling for upwards of $89, $120, with most of the value centered around coins graded MS67 or higher. However, even lower graded coins can fetch significant sums. Coins in MS65 or MS66 condition can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their quality and any rare features like mint errors. The market for high-grade quarters continues to grow, and with interest in rare U.S. coins increasing, the value of this coin could continue to rise in the coming years. So there you have it. The 1991D Washington quarter may just look like any other coin, but in reality, it's a rare and valuable treasure worth searching for. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone who loves the thrill of a treasure hunt, finding one of these gems could lead to a massive payday. Make sure to check your coin collection, your pocket change, or even that jar of old quarters sitting in your kitchen. You never know, you might be holding a coin worth $89, $120. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any coin collecting content. Who knows what other treasures are out there just waiting to be found? Welcome back, coin collectors and curious minds. In today's video, we'll be diving into the history, value, and the incredible story of the 1999 Washington quarter. This quarter might seem like just another coin you could find in your pocket change, but what if I told you that certain editions of this coin are worth millions of dollars? Stick around to learn the fascinating details about this quarter and discover how one particular version has captured the attention of collectors everywhere. By the end of this video, you'll know why a coin with a current market value of $35.33 is a treasure that could one day be worth even more. Let's start with a little history. The Washington quarter has been an iconic part of American coinage since 1932, when it was first minted to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the nation's first president. It was designed by John Flanagan, and the original design remained largely unchanged for more than 65 years. However, in 1999, the U.S. Mint introduced something new and exciting, the 50-state quarters program. This was a revolutionary program where each state would get its own quarter design. 1999 was the first year that this new program took off, and it featured the first 5 states: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. These quarters were minted in both Philadelphia, marked by a P, and Denver, marked by a D, and that brings us to our star of the show, the 1999 Washington quarter. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about a quarter minted in 1999? After all, millions of these coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Well, not all quarters are created equal. While most of these 1999 Washington quarters are fairly common, a small number of them have something extraordinary that sets them apart. Some of these quarters have errors or unusual characteristics that make them highly desirable to collectors. One of the key reasons the 1999 quarter has attracted attention is due to these rare minting errors. Errors like off-center strikes, double die obverse, and even misaligned dies have been found on a handful of these coins. For seasoned collectors, these types of errors are not just fascinating, they're worth serious money. Section 3. The $1 Million Mystery. Visual effects showing a treasure chest opening with golden coins spilling out. Here's where things get even more interesting. While most of the 1999 quarters are worth their face value or a modest premium in good condition, rumors have swirled in numismatic circles about specific versions of this coin being worth as much as $1 million. So how does a simple 25-cent coin reach such a staggering value? In 1999, some quarters were minted on experimental planchets, possibly intended for another type of coin or metal composition. These experimental planchets were accidentally used, and as a result, some coins have a distinctive color or weight, which makes them highly sought after. These errors are extremely rare, with only a handful known to exist. A Washington quarter struck on these rare planchets could fetch hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars at auction. While not every 1999 quarter is worth that kind of money, the mere possibility has collectors scouring their collections in hopes of finding one of these rare gems. So, what about the more common 1999 quarters? As of today, the market value of a typical 1999 Washington quarter is around $35.33 in mint condition. That's quite a leap from 25 cents. Why the increase? First, the demand for state quarters has grown over the years, especially as collectors seek to complete their 50-state sets. Second, as time passes, high-quality specimens in mint condition become rarer, driving up their value. Coins that have been well preserved, particularly those with no signs of wear or damage, can fetch higher prices in the marketplace. If you've got a 1999p quarter in pristine condition, it's definitely worth checking out its current value, especially as the State Quarter Series remains a popular collectible item. Now, if you're holding on to a 1999p Washington quarter and wondering if it could be a rare one, here are a few things to keep an eye out for. First, check the overall condition of the coin. Is it uncirculated, meaning it has no signs of wear? Uncirculated coins are worth much more than those that have been in regular use. Next, inspect the coin for any minting errors. Look for things like doubling in the letters or numbers, an off-center strike, or unusual markings. Lastly, check the weight and color of the coin. If you notice anything that seems out of the ordinary, like a slightly different hue or weight, it could be one of those rare experimental planchets we talked about earlier. In this case, it might be worth sending the coin to a professional grading service to get it authenticated. The 1999p Washington quarter is much more than just a piece of pocket change. Its unique place in the 50-state quarters program, combined with the potential for rare minting errors, has made it a fascinating coin for collectors and history buffs alike. While most of these quarters are valued around $35.33 today, who knows what treasures might be hiding in your collection? It's always worth taking a second look. Thanks for joining us in this deep dive into the world of the 1999p Washington quarter. If you enjoyed learning about this coin's history and value, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare and valuable coins. Let us know in the comments if you've got any 1999p Washington quarters, or if you've come across any interesting coin finds lately. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next person to discover a $1 million coin. Hey, coin collectors and history lovers! Have you ever checked your pocket change and wondered if you might be holding on to a fortune? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2000p Washington quarter. What if I told you that one of these coins once fetched a whopping $72,800? That's right. This humble coin could be worth way more than its face value. Let's explore its history, why it's so valuable, and how to spot a rare one yourself. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency for decades, first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the years, it's seen numerous changes, from its design to the materials used to mint it. But the 2000p quarter stands out, not only for its design, but for its incredible value. In the year 2000, the United States Mint produced two versions of the quarter, one at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P, and one at the Denver Mint, marked with a D. However, it's the 2000p Washington quarter that collectors are keeping an eye on. So what makes the 2000p Washington quarter so valuable? To understand this, we need to look at two key factors: minting errors and condition. Firstly, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these coins, but a small percentage of them contain striking errors. These errors can vary: off-center strikes, double dies, or even slight imperfections in the engraving. Error coins are incredibly valuable because they're rare. The more unusual the error, the higher the value. Secondly, the condition of the coin is crucial. A well-preserved, uncirculated coin, especially one with a rare error, can skyrocket in value. Coins graded by experts at MS68 or higher are considered pristine, and that's where the big bucks come in. The most expensive 2000p quarter was sold at auction for an eye-watering $72,800. This coin was in perfect condition with no signs of wear, making it a true collector's item. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if the 2000p quarter in my pocket is worth a fortune? Well, here's what you need to look for. Inspect your quarter carefully for any oddities. Common errors include: part of the design may be missing because it wasn't aligned correctly. Look closely at the text or the features of Washington's face. If the letters or numbers appear doubled, you could have a valuable error coin. This is when the coin appears to have a small bite taken out of it. Asterisk, the condition of the coin can make or break its value. Coins that are graded by professional services, like PCGS or NGC, in MS67 or MS68 condition, can command thousands of dollars. These coins are near perfect, with no scratches or signs of wear. Point 3. Get it graded asterisk if you suspect your coin is rare. It's worth having it graded by a professional. Grading companies can authenticate and officially rate your coin, giving it a certified value. So, what's the current market value of the 2000p Washington quarter? While the most pristine, error-free examples have sold for as much as $72,800, the value of these coins in more typical conditions ranges widely. Here's what you can expect in today's market-circulated coins. If your 2000p quarter has been used in daily transactions, it's likely worth face value, just 25 cents. Uncirculated coins. Coins that haven't seen much wear and tear could fetch between $5 to $30. Error coins or high-grade coins, MS65 or higher, these could be valued between $1,000 to $5,000, with rare examples reaching up to $72,800 or more, depending on the market demand. The 2000p Washington quarter has become a favorite among collectors not just for its potential value, but because of its history and rarity. It represents the turn of the millennium, a symbolic moment in American history. Plus, the thrill of finding an error coin or an uncirculated gem in your pocket change adds an exciting treasure hunting element to coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, it's always worth checking your quarters. You never know when you might stumble upon one that could make you rich. Before we wrap up, here are a few tips for those of you wanting to start your own coin collection or preserve the ones you already have. Always hold your coins by the edges and avoid touching the surface to prevent oils from your skin from causing damage. Use coin holders or albums designed to protect them from the elements. This adds authenticity and can significantly boost their resale value. With these steps, you'll be well on your way to building a collection that could be worth thousands, maybe even millions, one day. Remember that next quarter you find could be worth a fortune. So keep an eye on your change, and happy collecting! If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their values, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our exciting videos. See you next time! Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we've got a really exciting one for you, the 2004 Washington quarter. You might be thinking, it's just a quarter, how valuable could it be? Well, you're about to find out how this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth a jaw-dropping amount, over $65,000, and why some examples have even been projected to be worth millions in pristine condition. So, stay tuned and let's uncover the history, rarity, and current market value of this amazing coin. Let's start by going back in time and taking a look at the history of the Washington quarter. First introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this quarter has become an iconic piece of American coinage. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the Washington quarter features the first president's portrait on the obverse, with an eagle on the reverse side. Visuals. Transition showing various designs of the quarter throughout the years. Over the years, the Washington quarter has gone through various changes, especially on the reverse design. From 1999 to 2008, the U.S. Mint produced the State Quarter Series, which honored all 50 states with unique designs on the reverse of the quarter. This program was hugely popular and brought new attention to collecting coins, especially quarters. The 2004 Washington quarter was part of this exciting series, celebrating the great state of Michigan. So, what makes the 2004 Washington quarter, minted in Denver, so special and potentially worth millions? Well, like many rare and valuable coins, it all comes down to a few key factors: rarity, condition, and demand. But first, let's talk about the mint itself. In 2004, the U.S. Mint in Denver produced millions of Washington quarters as part of the State Quarter series. Specifically, the 2004 Michigan quarter had a large mintage, but as always, not all coins are created equal. Some of these quarters were struck with unique errors, while others have been preserved in such high condition that collectors are willing to pay big bucks for them. One of the reasons that makes some 2004 quarters so valuable is the presence of minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or even planchet flaws. Error coins are always in high demand because of their rarity and uniqueness. The value of a 2004 Washington quarter really comes down to its grade, or the condition it's in. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional grading services, with 70 being a perfect coin. Now, most 2004 Washington quarters are found in circulated condition, meaning they've been used as regular money, and those are worth anywhere from a few cents to a couple of dollars. But here's where things get interesting. In higher mint state grades, like MS65 and above, the value starts to skyrocket. A well-preserved 2004 Washington quarter in MS67 condition can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. And in MS68 or higher, we're talking about serious money. One perfect example of this coin in MS70 could be worth over $65 for 100 today, and some experts believe its value could increase dramatically over time. Why? Because coins in such high grades are incredibly rare. Even if millions were minted, very few survived in pristine condition, making them highly sought after by collectors. So, what's the current market value of the 2004 Washington quarter? As of today, an average circulated 2004 quarter is worth face value, or a bit more if it's in good shape. But if you happen to have one in mint condition, especially in MS67 or MS68, you could be looking at serious cash. In fact, the record sale for a 2004 Washington quarter in MS68 was over $65 for 100 at a recent auction. Collectors are always on the lookout for these high-grade coins, and prices have been climbing steadily. So, if you find one of these in your collection, or you spot a high-grade example at a coin show, it could be worth a fortune. Now you might be wondering, how can I tell if my 2004 Washington quarter is worth big bucks? Here are a few tips for spotting a valuable coin. First, check the condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable your coin will be. Look for sharp details, minimal scratches, and no signs of wear. Next, check for any mint errors. Double dies, die cracks, or off-center strikes can increase the value significantly. And don't forget to look at the mint mark. The D on the coin signifies that it was minted in Denver. Certain years and mint marks are more desirable to collectors, and the 2004 D is one of them. So there you have it. The 2004 Washington quarter might look like an ordinary coin, but in the right condition, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, or even more. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye on your pocket change and always check your quarters. You never know when you might come across a hidden treasure. Who knows? The next time you're sorting through your change, you might find a coin that could change your life. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more incredible coin stories. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins that could be worth a fortune, check out our playlist on valuable U.S. coins. And let us know in the comments, have you ever come across a valuable coin in your change? Today, we're diving into the world of valuable Washington quarters, and specifically, the 2006 quarter from the Philadelphia Mint. You wouldn't think that a quarter minted in such recent times could be worth a significant sum, but you might be in for a surprise. This coin is currently worth up to $66,700 in the best conditions, and its fascinating history has captured the attention of collectors everywhere. So, sit back, relax, and let's explore why this ordinary-looking coin could be worth a fortune. Let's kick things off with a little background. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, originally minted to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design, featuring Washington's profile on the obverse, was created by sculptor John Flanagan. Over the decades, this iconic coin has undergone several design changes, but the essential elements have remained the same. Fast forward to 1999, and the U.S. Mint introduced the 50-state quarters program, celebrating each state's heritage. From 1999 to 2009, the reverse side of the Washington quarter featured special designs commemorating each state. By the time 2006 rolled around, the U.S. Mint was well into this state quarter program, and that's where the 2006 Washington quarter comes into the picture. So, what makes the 2006 Washington quarter special? This coin was part of the Nebraska State Quarter Series, which featured an image of Chimney Rock, an important landmark along the Oregon Trail. Like other quarters in the series, it was produced in large quantities. In fact, millions of these coins were struck in both the Philadelphia mints. However, it's not just the design that makes this coin valuable. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced the 2006 quarter, is known for minting coins that, on occasion, can have very small, barely noticeable variations or errors. These quirks are often what push certain coins into the realm of high-value collectibles. Now, let's get to the good stuff. Why would anyone be willing to pay up to $66,700 for a 2006 quarter? It comes down to condition, rarity, and potential mint errors. The most valuable 2006 quarters are those that have been graded at the very top of the scale, an MS-67 or MS-68, for example, which stands for Mint State 67 or 68. These coins are virtually flawless and were likely preserved in pristine condition straight from the mint. Now, this might surprise you, but there are actually no known mint errors associated with the 2006 quarter, yet the most pristine examples still fetch tens of thousands of dollars. So, the real value lies in the coin's condition and its scarcity in that perfect state. To really understand why a 2006 quarter can reach such high values, we have to talk about coin grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the absolute pinnacle of perfection. When a coin is graded in the high mint state range, such as MS-67 or MS-68, it means the coin is nearly flawless, with no signs of wear or damage, even under magnification. These high-grade coins are incredibly rare, especially from a modern circulation coin series like the Washington quarters. Even though millions of 2006 quarters were minted, only a tiny fraction of them exist in this near-perfect condition. The highest price ever recorded for this coin is an astounding $66,700. That was for a specimen graded MS-68 by PCGS, one of the leading coin grading services. If you're lucky enough to have a 2006 quarter, you'll want to inspect it carefully. First, check the condition. Are there scratches, dings, or signs of wear? If the coin has been in circulation, it's unlikely to be worth a fortune, but it could still hold some value, especially if it's in relatively good shape. If you think your quarter looks perfect, it might be worth getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They'll be able to determine its true grade, and who knows? You might have a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars on your hands. As of today, the highest recorded sale for a 2006 Washington quarter was $66,700. But it's important to note that this value applies only to the absolute best examples. For most 2006p quarters found in circulation, the value will be closer to their face value of 25 cents. However, if your coin is uncirculated and in high mint state, you could be looking at a value anywhere between $100 and $1,000, depending on the grade. The rarest, most pristine examples of this coin, graded at MS68, can reach the upper five-figure range, as collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are flawless or near flawless. So what's the takeaway here? While the 2006p Washington quarter might seem like an ordinary coin, there's a slim chance that the one in your pocket or change jar could be worth a small fortune. It all comes down to the coin's condition and rarity. If you think you've got a near-perfect quarter, it might be worth getting it graded and appraised by professionals. Who knows? You could be holding a coin worth $66,700 or more. Be sure to check your change carefully, and if you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!